Hey LimeWire blog watchers, I'm here on the LimeWire rooftop on maybe the most beautiful day of the summer with the wonderful Shea, who just played my two favorite Shea songs without even knowing it. So I'm pretty happy. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm glad that we got through it.
You totally did. It was great.
Thank you.
It was wonderful. How's your summer?
So far so good. It's been extremely hot, but today we lucked out. We got to play out on the roof, so that seems exciting.
Yeah. You've had a very busy summer. You started the summer with an album release, am I right?
Yes, that is correct. We put out Love Is Here to Stay like in June, which was right around the same time where we entered the studio to go for our next album.
You guys are non-stop.
Yes, that's how you have to be these days, I think.
This is true, yeah, that's the pace, especially in New York City.
Yeah.
So you've been spending the summer more or less in the studio. How's that been going?
So far, so good. We've been working with Chris Cubetta over at Galuminum Foil Studios, and had the band go in there, and we kind of went in and knocked out the basic tracks pretty quickly, and then and now we've just been tweaking things and trying to sing things properly.
It's hard. So your first album was just you solo.
Yes.
And now you're with. Have you been with the same band for Love Is Here to Stay and with this new album that's coming out?
Somewhat. We've changed a little bit, as you I'm sure you've watched in the musical portion of this endeavor. Gilbert Gilmore, who now plays guitar with me. When we started the Love Is Here to Stay album, he was actually my drummer. He's a very multi-talented man, and we kind of got together. He had a drum set in his house, and we didn't really know what we were doing, and we just went for it, and we said we're going to try and record this. And so he was still in the band. There were a couple of other people that were in the band. It's a pretty different band now than it was, but he might actually be the only person who's left. Control freak, and everybody else is out.
You have a couple shows coming up very soon, I understand.
Yeah, actually tomorrow night I'm playing at the old Rockwood Music Hall, and we're just doing an acoustic show with Gilbert and my piano player Nick Weber. And then we're also playing kind of the final official cross-pollination event.
It's the last one?
It's the last one. It's actually the second to last one. The last one, though, is going to be just, I think, anybody who has ever played can kind of come and do a song sort of thing. But yeah, the kind of final, as you know, at cross-pollination, me and Chris Cubetta actually will be playing. So
I had no idea it was ending. Yeah. Cross-pollination.
9 of them. It would be 300. Will be the very last one.
Well, that's a tragedy. Cross-pollination is obviously this ongoing series that brings two musicians together, and it's sort of an evening where you play your stuff separately, and then you kind of get to help each other out on each other's songs.
Exactly. Yeah, I've seen people write new songs. I've seen people cover songs. I've seen people do each other's songs, and it's like a little bit of an institution for us songwriters in New York. I mean, when I first moved to New York, I met Wes pretty quickly, and they were just talking about getting it started, and that was 6.5 years ago. So they've done weekly booking two people for the last 6 years.
Why are they stopping?
I don't know. I think they have some bigger plans in mind for it. They might continue. I'm not 100% sure exactly what's going to happen, but I think they might continue it, but on a less frequent basis, and try and make it more of a big thing. But I think it's, as anybody, if you've ever tried to book a show, it's a hard thing, and let alone trying to book something weekly, and on top of having your actual job. That was they did that out of the love of their hearts of music, So I think it might just, I think it's been a great run, but maybe they just
time for a change. Where are you from originally?
Most of my life, Florida. I was born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, actually, but yeah. But yeah, most of my life, Florida. And then I lived in Nashville for a little bit after college, and then I moved here.
And you think you're pretty much a New York musician, or would you ever go back to Nashville? Or
Probably not, unless I was just going through. I mean, I love Nashville. Nashville is like a great city, and I learned a lot there. But yeah, I just feel much more at home in this city. I mean, how can you not? It's the best place in the world.
True that. Well, we are so glad to have you with us.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to be able to do this. It's awesome.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right.
On a great day.
See you guys. Thanks.